Hi, and welcome to Positively Crafty. During this episode, we are going to be making a pet silhouette. As you can see, this is my example. The silhouette is of an Afghan hound because my grandmama loves them. And our background is a solid black. In your kit, you should have gotten a handful of things: a canvas, a picture with the silhouette of an animal, a paintbrush, black paint, and contact. Before we get started, you will want to grab some scissors of your own as well because those are not supplied. Now, the first step is to take your silhouette. Now, if you got a silhouette and you're like, what am I going to do with the picture of a golden doodle? And because you have a Doberman, you can always print out your own picture of a silhouette. If you don't have a printer at home, always come to the library. Right now, the first 20 pages are free, so it wouldn't even cost you anything. You then are going to take the back off of your contact paper, and you are going to simply stick it onto your image of your silhouette. Now, the contact paper may not be cut specifically into 8x10 because I did it by hand, so it's probably not perfect, but you do want to make sure that it lines up specifically with the silhouette of the dog. You want to make sure that it goes on flat, without any bumps, at least in the part that the dog is. So you'll see it's covered up. Then the next step is to cut the shape of the dog out. Okay, so now you should have cut out the silhouette of your pet, and you'll see the glossy sheen of the contact paper on the front of mine. So you're going to take your canvas and then carefully peel off the contact paper from the paper in the back. You want to make sure that you don't rip the contact paper. Mine has little cuts from the jagged fur on my Labradoodle cut out, so this can easily rip. I'm going to be a little careful. Alright, so I'm going to toss my silhouette, and then I'm going to take the contact paper and stick it onto the canvas where I want it located at, and then you're going to stick it down really good or as best as you can. It is not going to be perfect, so when you're painting over it, you do want to make sure that you're not getting the paint underneath, because you want the background to stay white so the silhouette is so solid, like our example. Okay, so I have my contact paper stuck in the middle of my canvas, and you can see it's got some black ink from my paper, and that's also partially why it's not as sticky. And then we are going to take our paint and our paintbrush and simply paint the background of it. I'm going to purposely go around the silhouette and not paint directly over it. And be careful of going on the very edges so that we don't get the paint behind the sticker. Okay, as you can see, I have finished painting the entire canvas. Now, you'll notice that the side of this one, I didn't get all of this painted. After I go and pull off this sticker, I will finish that, but this one that is completely finished, all of the edges are painted. I personally prefer it that way. If you don't care, that's not something you need to worry about. And then the last step is to simply pull off our contact paper. And there we have our finished silhouette.